It's Labor Day weekend and got a little project starting up here. This is a 1979 F250 Ranger Edition. This belongs to my wife's cousin's husband's family. Ryan and I have gotten to be pretty good friends, and he had told me about this old truck that was sitting in their barn back at the farm, and he had the opportunity to buy it from his dad. And I said, hey, I'll help you resurrect it. He's not really a car guy, but he wanted to keep this truck because he has a ton of memories in it from when he was a kid, driving it around the farm, driving it to school, I'm sure. They bought it, their family bought it when it was like a year old, and they've had it ever since. That he's aware of, it's never been painted. It's the original paint. It's got a 400 in it. I don't know what transmission it's got. It must have, it is full-time four-wheel drive because there's no lockouts. It's a really cool old truck. It's still got 750 bias ply mud trains on it. Just a little bit of a time capsule. I'm enjoying just walking around looking at the thing. Interior's clean. Needs a little bit of screwage here and there. Gotta fix this rocker before this becomes just a moving piece. It needs door pins, I found. Other than that, this interior is just gonna get just cleaned up. I'll leave the old farm dirt. I mean, this is cool. I like it. Smells like old gas. I'm gonna try to get the old gas out of the tank. Maybe send a camera down in there and see how dirty and rusty it is. There's a little bit of rust to deal with. I honestly think I'm going to just leave it. Not even touch it, and let them use it a season and just see what it does over a year. The plan is they will not run this thing in the winter. I've got to guess that it's probably not going to grow a lot if we keep it out of the salt. So I'm going to do a little work to it. The carburetor, the accelerator pump leaks very badly. So I'm going to have to rebuild that. It sounded like they had the carburetor rebuilt like 3 or 4 years ago, but it's just set and it's weeping. Every time you hit the pedal, you can see the intake is very wet. It's got squeaky belts, but they're only a couple years old. They were all changed about the same time the carburetor was rebuilt. Newer plug wires, cap rotor, newer plugs. It does sound good. I filled the carburetor up with gas, filled the bowls, and it runs good. Smoked a little bit, made me a little nervous. Hopefully it doesn't need rings. I really don't want to rebuild an engine, but hey, if we have to, we will. But I'm gonna video kind of along with what I'm doing with this thing. Chevy guy working on a Ford. I gotta be able to make it better, right? We'll see where it goes.